Hi, and welcome to week 5, or part 5.5 of my daily weekly vlog. I turned out to be, I added so much information. There was so much information in the last vlog, or not information, just a lot of it was rant and tangent, a lot of stuff has happened the last couple of days, a lot of stress, a lot of anxiety. Anyway, I shared all that, and it turned out to be longer. It would be longer than I wanted it to be. I try to keep the daily vlogs at about 20 minutes or under. So that's why I'm back now, and this is part 5.5 of my daily, week 5, part 5.5 of my daily weekly vlog. Right now there's no new information to share. My ex-husband is still in the hospital. I am still on the road. I am still working. I still have some work to complete. I'm in Iowa. I am about 45 minutes east of Des Moines, Iowa, and I'm headed on I-80 West. I haven't completely decided which route I'm going to take after I complete the work I need to do. I got a little more to do further into Iowa, and I was planning on traveling I-80 West into Nebraska. Was debating on whether, after I get my work done, I was debating on whether to go to all the way to the Wyoming line, but or just turning around and coming back and hitting the Iowa 80 in Walcott, Iowa. I did not manage to see that last night. Came through too late. And then just heading east, and heading back through Illinois, Indiana, kind of back the way I came, or hitting I-55 south and going through Memphis, Tennessee. Been a while since I've been there. Or keep just going east and heading into Louisville, Kentucky. Or the other option is for me to hit I-35 and go north into Minnesota and hit Highway 2 and travel Highway 2. It's parallel to the Great Lakes. Been a really long time since I've been to Minnesota, Wisconsin, and the Upper Peninsula of Michigan. Just got to get the whole where I would stay the night. Got to get that figured out. Where I would basically, Walmart's not 24 hours anymore, so it's going to be either campgrounds or 24-hour gas stations, that kind of thing. Got to get that figured out. And I haven't completely decided on whether I'm just going to maybe blow off Iowa 80. I did want to go to Iowa 80, but I'm debating on whether I may decide to blow it off, because there's going to be a lot more to see and do from Minnesota to Michigan, a lot more. And I don't have just bukus of time. October 1st, I have to be back for a court date for where I was rear-ended by a semi, and then I have some more stuff coming up at the end of October that I have to deal with. So I have to be back in North Carolina before October 1st, and so I've roughly got about a month and a half, before I have to absolutely be back to North Carolina. So by the end of September, I have to be in North Carolina. By the day before, by September 30th, I definitely have to be in North Carolina and close and ready to go to my court date on October 1st. And then I'll have 3 more weeks before I have to, I have some more stuff that has to be taken care of, and probably a little work in there, but more stuff I have to take care of in North Carolina. And in that 3 weeks, I will have the option of going somewhere. It won't be that far, though. It'll only be to maybe somewhere else in North Carolina, maybe Tennessee, Virginia, 3 weeks would definitely give me time to go to West Virginia, which I'd kind of wanted to do this year. I'd want to do that this year as well. In fact, I wasn't intending on going any further than West Virginia this year. I was going to stay a lot closer to North Carolina, Virginia, West Virginia, Kentucky. Ohio was a stretch for me, maybe further into Tennessee, all stretches, I'd also planned on going to Dyersburg, Tennessee, got some work there I need to take care of, but I don't have to take care of that till much later, and that's a little ways out, too, from at least North Carolina, from Asheville, North Carolina. Anyway, so I haven't quite decided, I may decide that I'm just going to blow off the Iowa 80, and then again I may not. I may decide to go back to Walcott, Iowa, hit the Iowa 80 truck stop, then hit US Highway 63, which will bring me into Ashland, Wisconsin. It won't bring me into Minnesota, but it'll bring me pretty close, you know. And then, not close, I would still have to travel west a ways if I wanted to go that route, or cut off part of that and just, you know, travel through Wisconsin into Upper Peninsula of Michigan. There's a lot there to see. There's absolutely a lot more to see in Minnesota, Wisconsin, and Michigan than there is through Iowa and Nebraska. But I'm told that there's a lot of interesting stuff in Nebraska. Some of the ladies on my forum have told me, too bad, you know, there's a lot of stuff here in Nebraska to actually see and do. I'm still pretty certain it's not going to be as much as Michigan, Wisconsin, and Minnesota. Because I'm traveling, I love the lakes, I love the Great Lakes, I've loved them ever since I first visited, and US Highway 2 is traveling right up it's right up basically on the coast. So, I mean, it's basically the coast of the Great Lakes, and the Great Lake coast. And then, of course, I would come into St. Ignace and Mackinac City and, you know, go across the Mackinac Bridge. And I've always enjoyed Mackinac City. You know, there's just a lot to see and do. I mean, there is tons to see and do in Michigan. I mean, there's so much. A lot of it I've already visited. I'm not going to go back. But there's just a lot to do. There's a bear ranch. There's so much to see and do. So that overall would offer, I guess, a much nicer, I guess you'd say, a break from North Carolina for a while. But anyway, haven't quite decided. So, you know, and when I say I haven't quite decided, I haven't decided whether I'm going to travel all the way back to Walcott, Iowa. I'm 125 miles west of Walcott now. And I haven't decided whether I'm going to go back to Walcott and then go up US 63 and cut off part of that trip, which would be part of Wisconsin and Minnesota, or just go straight up, you know, keep going and then hit it and go straight up 35 north and go that way. It's a long drive. I've traveled it. I traveled it many years ago, and it is a long drive, very long drive. I do know that from Walcott, Iowa to Ashland, Wisconsin is roughly 400 miles. So it's not an excessively long drive. It really isn't. I mean, you know, chop that up into 4 days or 3 days, chop that up into 3 days, you know, or even 2 days, and boom, you know, you're there in 2 days. So it's not a, you know, that's not even a really crunch, you know, it's 400 miles, so it's not that bad. Anyway, I'm going to end this video now. I've got a couple days left. This is basically day 5. Tomorrow will be day 6 and then day 7. And then this will conclude part 5.5 of my daily vlog. So I'll be back with you tomorrow. Hi, welcome to day 6 of my daily vlog. I am super tired. I am here in Lincoln, Nebraska. I stopped here. I'm going to go into the Dollar Tree. Get me something to drink, maybe some caffeine. I gotta have some caffeine, eat a little snack. I started out, I don't know the name of the town I was in this morning, but anyway, I headed to Omaha, went through there. I was tired. I stopped at an outlet mall, walked around, got a little bit of exercise. It was outdoor. I thought it was outdoors. I thought it was inside, but anyway, got a little exercise, walked around, walked in a couple stores, went to my favorite store, Ann Taylor. They didn't really have anything I wanted. I went into the fragrance store, found some perfume, really liked it, $80 a pop. Decided no. Anyway, so now I'm sitting here and I'm really tired. I have went almost all the way through Nebraska, I think. I'm not sure how much further I got. I'm about over Nebraska, and Ohio. I mean, Nebraska and Iowa. I mean, there's a few things I wanted to visit. Iowa 80 was the main thing. I also passed John Wayne birthplace yesterday. I'd like to visit that. But anyway, I'm just tired today. I'm really sleepy. So I'm headed in here to get myself some caffeine. Oh, and I'm not sure why, but my stomach hurt real bad last night, pretty much all night. I bought some like Cheez-It cracker. They weren't Cheez-Its, but they were like Cheez-Its from Aldi. I don't know if I looked. There was no MSG, so I don't know what caused my stomach to hurt. They did have whey. I don't know. I know that my stomach hurt pretty much all night long. In the middle of the night, I finally was like, okay, it kind of woke me up. I was gonna go inside to the restroom, but anyway, I just hurt all night and just hurt all night and haven't felt the best today. Very tired. So I'm gonna go in and get some caffeine and hopefully wake me up, and that's about it. I'm also traveling US Highway 6 now. I am gonna get back on I-80 because it's kind of busy here in Lincoln, and then if I turn around and go back toward Omaha, I will get back on 80 when I get there. I haven't really decided. I know that I'm kind of thinking that I'm going to change up my itinerary and start heading north and go toward Minnesota and maybe travel through the Great Lakes. There's really not anything out here. There's a few things like John Wayne birthplace. There's a few things, but not like going up through Minnesota and traveling the Great Lakes. Nothing like that. So anyway, I think I've spent about enough time here, wasted enough time, and I'm ready to go, up to Minnesota, at least Wisconsin, Upper Peninsula of Michigan. Also, I called today to put my physical therapy on hold for a little bit, and they told me that my last cutoff date was like August 12th, and then I'm going to lose the rest. I've got about 5 left. That's not really fair. I really needed I really needed the break. I need the physical therapy, but I also needed the break. The house, it's just been everything the past few months especially has been just very stressful, constant pushing and pulling me back. It's just been too stressful for me, and I needed to take a break, and I didn't think this would be an issue. Anyway, I'm going to call in a couple of days and find out about doing telehealth. I know that won't be as good as an in-person visit, but it's better than nothing. And I checked, and there are literally no physical therapy places like I have. I'm in a chain one, but there are literally none. There's none here. There's none in Minnesota, Wisconsin, Michigan. There's none in Michigan until you get down to Midland. So and I'm not going to be there by August 12th. Anyway, I'm going to call and see if I can, schedule some telehealth appointments, and then maybe when I go back to the doctor, he can maybe get me some more physical therapy. If not, I don't know. Anyway, so that said, I'm headed in here to the Dollar Tree. Oh, today is day 7 of my daily weekly vlog. There's quite a bit of information. I'll share most of it tomorrow. It's late tonight. I'm very, very tired, and I've got 3 other videos to pull together, and I'll probably pull this one together tonight. I'm here at a Walmart. Came back to get myself some yogurt and a peach. Very tired. Anyway, I left Milford, Nebraska this morning. I drove roughly 75 miles down here to Grand Island. Got myself some tires. I didn't want to take off on the 272-mile trek without getting the tires first. Anyway, I hit Nebraska Highway 2. I didn't drive far, only about 35 miles. Made it to a wreck area, took a bunch of pictures, video. Anyway, I couldn't find a 24-hour gas station in that area. Was thinking about the wreck area, but anyway, I gotta look over the rules in the little. It's basically self-registration, so I gotta look over that. It's not bad. It's $10 a night for tent camping. Unfortunately, I can't do a tent. My tent broke, and I prefer to do it just car camp. Anyway, that's about it for right now. Anyway, I turned around, drove 35 or 30 miles back, roughly 35 miles back. I'm going to go to the rest area truck stop, and I'm going to call it a night. Anyway, I'm very tired. I finally hit Nebraska Highway 2. It is roughly a 272 mile trek from Grand Island to Alliance, Nebraska. I think they call it the Sand Hills Byway or something like that. I'll have to look it up online. Anyway, like I said, today's day 7. Tomorrow we'll be starting out brand new, much earlier in the day, because I didn't start till 7 o'clock after they got done with my tires. So it'll be hopefully much earlier in the day, and I will hit Nebraska Highway 2, and I think when I get down to a little place called Thetford, I think it does have some 24-hour gas stations, but from where I was at in Ravenna, that was about a 2-hour drive. So I decided that no, probably not such, you know, I don't want to drive 2 hours. Plus, you know, it's dark, I'll miss a bunch of stuff. Anyway, I'm gonna call it a night now. Hope everyone has a good week. God bless. Peace.